I warmly welcome the followers and subscribers of my YouTube channel. Today I am going to show the most difficult task that Stata can help us in doing, and that is predicting probabilities in qualitative response models. This is one of the most difficult tasks in logit and probit models that we can do easily with the Stata. Let me first introduce the model, the file of my data that I'll be analyzing. I have 5 variables in this file: admit versus not admit. This is a qualitative binary categorical variable. 1 stands for yes and 0 for no. GRE is a GRE score. GPA is the grade point average. Rank means the rank of the previously attended institutes, and it starts with 1, which is very high, 2 high ranked, 3 mediumly ranked, and 4 low ranked previously attended institute. And gender has 2 categories. 1 stands for female and 0 indicates male. There are 400 observations in this file. So before I interpret the results, I would like to go to my Stata file, and here is my Stata file. You see, here is the admit, yes, no. This is the GRE score. This is the grade point average. This variable shows the ranking of the previously attended institute. Gender, female 1 and male 0. So I will show all these things one by one. First of all, I would like to describe the file again, and this is the description: admit, GRE, GPA, rank, gender. These are some other variables that I have generated. I will explain this later on. Now I will summarize these variables. These are the descriptive statistics of these variables. For admit, there are 400 observations. For GRE, there are 400 observations. The mean score is 587.7. This is the standard deviation, this is minimum score, and this is maximum score. This is the GPA. The mean GPA is 3.38. Standard deviation is 0.38. Minimum GPA is 2.26, and maximum is 4. And this is the rank, and this is gender. So 53% of the total sample size belongs to female category. Now I would like to regress logit model, and the command is logit. Admit is the dependent variable. GRE and GPA, they are numeric variables, and I dot rank means that this is qualitative variable which has 4 categories. So the command will be I dot. So whenever there is a dummy variable having more than 2 categories, we use I dot rank. So these are the results of the logit. When I give the logit command, we have the coefficients, and if I want to have odd ratios instead of the coefficients, I will write logit comma or stands for odd ratios. Now when I gave this command logit comma or, so instead of coefficients I got these odd ratios. I can also estimate probit model with the same command, except that instead of logit I will write probit. And here are the results of the probit model. These are the coefficients. Again, since I want to predict probabilities, so I would like to run logit model again. So when I run the logit model, then I will write predict pred underscore admit. Now these are not coming because I have already predicted these probabilities. So let me drop this variable and I will do it again. Drop. I want to drop this variable. So I drop this. Now I again give the command predict PRED underscore admit. Now it will predict probabilities for the admit versus not. Sorry, I have given the wrong spelling, so let me write it correct. It should come now. Yes, and we can check these probabilities. So here are the probabilities. The Stata just predicted all probabilities for these variables. Now I have 400 observations. There are 400 observations for the probabilities. So this is very simple. We can do with this, and it means a person with GRE score of 380 and GPA of 3.6 and who have studied in medium rank institution and the gender male, the probability is 17.2% that he will get admission. So these are how we can predict these probabilities. After that, I will generate another variable which I have already done it, and let me first drop this variable and I will generate it again. I will drop this variable and I will regenerate. So I dropped it and now I want to regenerate. Now I ask the Stata to generate another variable which is named as pred underscore admit 1, that is equal to pred underscore admit when the score is the probability is either equal to or greater than 0.5, and it created the value. Now I will label this variable. It has been labeled, and after that I will tabulate the observed frequencies and the predicted frequencies for the admit variable, and here is my table. This is the two-way tabulation for the observed frequencies and the predicted frequencies. Now 254 are those which were observed as not admitted, and those were corrected, those were predicted correctly. Similarly, 30 are those who were admitted and those were correctly predicted by the model to have been admitted. Total number of observation is 400 and so on. After this, I ask, since in this table there are no percentages, so by this command Stata will give us row wise percentage, column wise percentage and cell wise percentage. So you see in this table the first numbers are the first figures in the first row are frequencies, those in the second are row percentages, in the third they are column percentages, and in the fourth row these are the cell percentages. After that I would like to label variable admit yes no. So it says that it has been labeled, and after that I can ask Stata to label variable rank. Very high is equal to 1, high is equal to 2, medium 3 and low 4, and now it has done it. After this I will label the variable pred admit 1, the new variable, yes equal to 1 and no equal to 0. So this has also been done here. Now again I want Stata to give me a tabulation of admit versus the predicted frequencies, and it will give me row percentages and column percentages. So after comma, if you write only row, it will give us row percentages. If you write only column, it will give only column percentages. If you give cell, then it will give us only cell percentages. But if we write row column, then it will give us row percentages as well as column percentages. In this command, I am asking Stata to give us a table with row percentages. So here are only the row percentages, and by this command, when I write nothing, then it will give us the cross tabulation of the predicted percentages, frequencies, and the observed frequencies. So it will give only frequencies without any percentages. So you can see that. And after that, if I give this command, tabulate admit versus predicted admit 1, this will give us only self percentages. So these are this percentage mean that out of 400, 63.5% were those who were not admitted. 4.75 were those who were predicted as admitted but they were not actually admitted. 7.50 were those who were admitted and who were also correctly predicted by the model. And 24.25 were those who were actually admitted but these were predicted as not admitted. And 351 were those which were predicted as not admitting, which constitutes 87.75%. And 12.25% were those who were predicted to have been admitted. And this shows us the total number of percentages. After that, if I give this command margins, rank, at means, now this will give us the marginal effects of the ranks at their mean values. So the mean value of the GRE is 587.7, GPA 3.38. For rank number 1, this is 1.5, 0.15. For rank 2, 0.377. For rank 3, there is 0.30, and for rank 4, there is 0.167. And these are the margins. These are the margin effects. So the margin effect for the high ranked institute is 0.5. This is the probability, and this is for the lowest rank previously attended institute, that is 18.4% or 0.184. I can also ask Stata to give me various states, and the command is fit state. So by fit state I get all these things. You see, log likelihood intercept only, and this is log likelihood of the full model. This is log likelihood ratio, and this is the prob of the the p value of the LR. These are the various R squared. This is variance of error. This is adjoint count R squared. This is AIC criteria. This is BIC, and these are for the only intercept, and these are for the full model. Now I will go to the model and I will quickly explain this. This is the logit model that I showed earlier to you, and here are the interpretation. I have written this for you, and you can you can read this, and you can easily understand. These are the interpretation of the coefficients and things like that. This is some test for now this test shows that there is no difference in the coefficients of different table of rank, but this p-value says that we reject this null hypothesis, and there is difference in the coefficients of the ranks of various institutes. Similarly, this is another test that there is no difference between the coefficient of second and third rank institution, and its p-value is 0.01, which is less than 0.5, so we reject this null hypothesis. This is another model for odd ratios, and I have explained it. And this is another model in which I have calculated the margins, that is the marginal effects, and there is explanation. I leave this for you to read. And this is the fit test that I just showed, various states which are connected with this logit model. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope this was quite helpful and informative for you. If you have any question, you can give it in comment, and I will try my level best to come up with answer. Thank you. See you in another video.